Wahahaha! Hello, bitch, bitch, bitch! Oh shit! Sorry, my mic fell. I know that probably sounded horrible. I am so sorry about that. We're gonna start in like 1 minute. Let me just try to. What the fuck? Sorry, my mic fell. I know that probably sounded horrible. Okay, now. Woo, woo. Let me see. What the fuck did I do? Okay, bad. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start. Today, I don't know if you fucking read the title, but we're going to be watching this video of this lady who she got cheated on by her husband, and she was like, fuck this bitch, and she then killed her and tried to eat her. Oh shit, I didn't even realize my camera thing ain't even on. I'm gonna try to stand. Hold on. I'm gonna try to stand because I've eaten so much fucking food. Oops. What the fuck? What did I do? Oh no, what did I do? Oh no. Oh no. What'd I do? What happened? What's going on with my stupid thing? Is this thing being stupid? Why is it so stupid? Okay, there we go. Hi. Hello. Now is my face. Now you can see. The husband, how's your day? I've been good. I've been good. I ate a lot of fucking cake today, which is why I want to stand, because honestly, if I don't stand right now, I'm going to freaking knock out because I ate so much birthday cake. My dad surprised me with some cake earlier today for when I was working, and then my mommy's friends got me some cake too, bro. So I got to eat cake twice. Twice. Happy birthday. Thank you. Hey, Ray. The husband was literally cooked. No, not the husband. The lover. Why is it never the fucking cheating ass husbands? You know? It's never the freaking cheating husbands. It's always the fucking, like, the lovers or whatever, you know? It's never not, like, the husband. No offense to you guys. That must be so nice. You know, you don't have to fucking worry about, I don't know, having someone cook you. I guess. I don't know. Let me move this stupid ass chair. I broke my chair, by the way. I broke this bitch. Don't ask how I broke it. I just broke it. Okay, I'll tell you. So I tried laying all the way back on it, and it just wouldn't go back. So what I did is I like walked to the side, and then I ran on it, and then like I laid on it, trying thinking that maybe it was just stuck and it just needed some help. So now my chair, the seat, instead of it being like this, like straight, it's like this now. But that's because I jumped on it. What would you do in that situation? I would never be in that situation. I would never be the wife nor the lover, because Trompi is never gonna be a side piece, bitch. You think this is gonna be the side piece? Nah, bitch. We going for main hoe. If I'm not the main hoe, I ain't no hoe at all. But if I had a crazy bitch that tried to cook me, shit, she might catch me. She might. At least if you gonna cook me, what you gonna make? If you make tacos out of me, bitch, I'm so offended. I'm gonna be so fucking mad. That's racist. Even in death, you fucking, you are trifling. Even in death, like, fuck no, man. Even in death, you gonna disrespect me, bitch? Fuck no. But I don't know. I don't know what I would do. One, I would never cheat. So I would never be in that situation in the first place. Two, if I had a man who cheated on me, I wouldn't even give a fuck no more. You dead to me. You are dead to me. Not literally like here, but you know, figuratively, I will never talk to you. You will never be in my life anymore. Nothing. Forget about it. You are not here no more. Who do I know? You ain't, I don't know you. I don't know you. In fact, you know what? You are so dead to me, I will buy you flowers and put it on your door or at your car door. So when you ask, what the fuck are these? I'm going to be like, they're for, I don't know, they're for Ray. Rest in peace. They're for Carlos. Santa María, Madre de Dios, que perdone los pecadores, ahora en la hora de su tiempo de muerte. Amen. You know, type shit. I'd make flautas out of me. See, because it's a Mexican dish, I don't know how to feel about that. Why have to be Mexican? Unless the killer's Mexican, then okay. Well, you know what? I'd rather be delicious than nasty. I'd rather be delicious than nasty. Like if you're gonna make me into some spaghetti meat type shit, I would you know. Mm. All right, are you guys ready? You guys ready? I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. They have the real this channel does not play. Oh my god, they have the real fucking like 911 call. Jesus Christ. They said, you gonna hear all this shit today, baby. Damn. Que espantosos. Okay, but are you guys ready? I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it for real. I'm ready. Yay!
Totally off my route, but I was just out walking my dog, and I came across some bones that looked to me to be human. He had been dismembered.
What the fuck? Why is it always the people? I'm so sorry. I know it's 10 seconds in and I'm already freaking pausing this shit. Have you noticed that a lot of these freaking crimes, they're always people walking their fucking dogs or hiking or some shit? God bless those people. Because just imagine, you're just trying to lose some weight, trying to lose them 5 pounds, and then you fucking find a dead ass body, you know? Or your dog finds somebody's human remains. You know, like that is weird. Why is that always a thing? I've noticed that shit. That's weird. Weird.
Right, and I like I said, there was apparent stall marks, okay?
Ooh, shit.
When a human spine is discovered by a woman walking her dog in Mercer County in January 2016, it launches an investigation that will take years to unravel. Even with a bone-chilling confession, investigators are left questioning the truth behind their victim's unimaginably gruesome demise, and they will soon find themselves with another body on their hands before the case is over. The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen until now. Following the 911 call from the concerned dog walker, police discovered a skeletal human spine hidden among the frozen brush in a fairly remote area in Mercer County. Though they conducted a thorough search of the area, no other remains were found. This left investigators with two main questions. Who was their victim, and where were the missing body parts? Despite a DNA profile being uploaded to NamUs, a police database for missing persons cases, the identity of the victim remained unknown. That all changed in 2020, when a Bureau of Criminal Investigation agent working on cold cases connected the profile of a missing persons case in Columbus, Ohio, with the timeline of when the skeletal spine was discovered. 21-year-old Ryan Zimmerman was reported missing at the end of November 2015, just 2 months before the 911 call. Ryan had last been heard from a month prior in September. After contacting Ryan's parents and conducting a DNA test, investigators were able to confirm that the partial skeleton belonged to Ryan. They spoke to Ryan's father, Warren, over the phone.
Your son did, it was...
Not gonna lie, he looks weird. Like I don't know, like Is that me to say? I know I paused it just to say that, but like that look, his face looks interesting.
It was obvious that there was foul play involved, okay? There was some remains that we were not able to locate, okay? So it was also discovered that he had been dismembered.
God.
Okay, and like I said, I'm sorry to tell you that over the phone, but we did not find portions of him being the lower portions of the legs, the lower portions of the arm, or the skull.
Oh my god, did you hear that, dude? Dude, they said they didn't find the lower portion of him. Oh, this bitch freaky. What did she do? What did she do with his little buddy? What the fuck? Why couldn't they find lower portions of him? So just like, you know? Ah.
Yeah. So, okay.
The location of Ryan's skull was like something out of a horror movie, but that wouldn't be revealed until much later. Even worse than discovering that Ryan had died were the details investigators shared with Warren about Ryan's remains.
There was apparent saw marks, okay?
What marks?
Saw
Oh,
marks.
saw. Right.
When he was found, it was basically skeletal remains.
Man, what does this sound like? You gangland or some kind of sick trafficking or what the hell? I don't do something like that.
Those are all questions that we are hoping to work to try to get some answers for Ryan and for your family, okay?
Police were able to track down the 3 people living with Ryan in Columbus before Ryan's disappearance: Corey Buzzard, Sarah Buzzard, and Naira Jane Whitaker. On August 25th, 2021, officers had to find Sarah and Jen, who were now married. After moving out of the apartment they shared with Corey and Ryan, they now live at Sarah's mother's house. What will unfold shortly is a twisted and unpredictable case, one that is far more disturbing than anyone anticipated. It takes a few minutes, but eventually Sarah answers the door.
Hello, police department. Looking for Sarah. Couldn't step out for me. Sorry I had to wake you. Well, I think you got a warrant. Saturday High, I think. It's a theft warrant, I believe.
She looks like she did it, dude. She looks guilty. She's like, huh? Me? Nah. For real? Nah. Who? Why? Huh? You know, like she me when I fucking lie, you know, me when I'm pretending it wasn't me so I don't get caught. Oh my god.
So we have to take care of it. 002, I've got it up front. So go ahead and turn around, put your hands on your back for me.
Though he doesn't know it just yet, the officer asks Sarah a question that will foreshadow a devastating series of events.
Hey, we don't sound nervous. Do you have any weapons or anything in the house upstairs that I need to worry about? Don't. And then I want to come out and gun.
Sarah informs the officers that her mother and Jen are inside the home, and they soon join her on the porch.
So what's
Well, we gotta take her downtown. I gotta look at exactly what the warrant is for.
Why do we keep finding people with some interesting haircuts?
It's too high, so they send us over here.
Look,
So,
Mama got an interesting haircut too. Look at that.
here.
She looks like a thug.
No, I mean, girls in my daughter's trip, we never that kind of person. But if there's something missing over there, no, I mean, you just,
Take some deep breaths, Sarah.
once you move it,
While the officer dances around their questions regarding Sarah's arrest, Sarah's disposition begins to take a turn.
You been sick? Okay. Have you been sick or?
just shocked.
Oh,
Despite looking like she might pass out, it's decided that Sarah can travel to the police station.
okay. I'm gonna hold you down so you don't fall over, okay?
Once at the police station and in an interrogation room, Sarah is told that detectives from Ohio want to speak with her.
Hi, Sarah. I'm Megan Baker, from the Sheriff's Office in Ohio.
I'm Rick Ward. Hello, Sarah.
Well, I'm assuming you have lots of questions. Okay. We're going to take some time to sit down with you here, and maybe we can get some answers for those questions for you, if that's okay.
Sarah has read her Miranda rights and agrees to speak with the detectives. They immediately dive into questioning, beginning with
Okay,
her
mami,
time
pues
in
agarra
Columbus
tu pijama.
almost 6 years ago. Sarah explains that she lived with her then-husband, Corey Buzzard. While married to Corey, Sarah had also started dating Jen, who was transgender. Eventually, as her relationship with Sarah progressed, Jen moved in with Corey and Sarah. A few months later, they got another roommate, someone named Emma.
Wow, they look. You know when they say that polyamorous people got that look? They have that look, dude. It looks like they were all in a weird polyamorous relationship. All four of them. They got that look. You could. I'll shut up now.
A little bit about why we're here. Is to talk about Emma, also known as Ryan Zimmerman. He went missing. Are you familiar with any of that? Okay. So I guess, tell me what you know about Ryan. Or Emma, if you know him as Emma. Okay.
Fresh meat.
According to Sarah and Jen, Ryan was newly transitioning, which is why they knew Ryan by the name Emma. However, this claim hasn't been substantiated or verified by any members of Ryan's family.
It's a little bit of a touchy subject. My husband at the time had sexual interests. They had talked online extensively, and he had invited them to come stay with us, which I did not want to happen, but long story short, it did.
After Sarah and her partner Jen moved into the house with her and Corey decided to meet someone and reached out to Ryan online. After speaking for a short period, Ryan moved into the Columbus apartment as well. At the same time that Sarah is in interrogation at Sarah's mother's house, Jen is also being approached by detectives. However, Jen is a little more hesitant to speak with them. What seems like it may be a simple conversation about Sarah's apparent arrest for theft will soon have a nightmarish outcome.
Okay, we have a search warrant for the residence too. Okay, so we're not stepping outside. We're working the missing person station. The Ohio Attorney General's office has a task force with missing persons. And Ryan Zimmerman lived with you guys in Columbus in 2015, with you and Sarah and Corey September 2015, right? And he's missing. And you guys were like the last people to see him.
After clarifying that Ryan also went by the name Emma, or M, Jen remembers briefly living with Ryan. The investigators will often switch between referring to Ryan as Ryan and as M or Emma. After only living with Corey, Sarah, and Jen for 2 months, Ryan was asked to leave. Sarah claims that Ryan and Corey's relationship ended, and Ryan never found a job, which was part of her agreement to allow Ryan to stay in the apartment. Because of this, Corey told Ryan to leave, and Ryan planned to leave on September 25th. This timeline correlates with the last time anyone heard from Ryan.
I know that they had tried to plead with me to give him another chance, but I said that I had already given too many chances, and that it was Corey's call, ultimately.
She's the one who decided that she wanted to eat him? Or her? Or whatever? Dude, what the hell?
And I remember them packing, and either I went to the store or
getting them spices.
I don't remember, I can't quite remember.
You know, girl, you know you made that sausage.
I was, Corey was not, and then my girlfriend was over, so we might have been in the living room. I honestly, I don't remember. I just know that one minute Emma was there, and then the next he had just left.
Okay. Did you see him leave, like pull in a vehicle or something?
Somebody pulled up and got in the car and drove off. I thought that he might come back because he did leave his car, but he didn't come back, and then we didn't hear from him again.
There will eventually be troubling discrepancies in Sarah and Jen's stories. The detectives at Sarah's mother's house asked Jen a follow-up question about Ryan's vehicle.
What kind of car did he have? Did you ever ride in the car? You were never in his car? Okay.
Have you ever driven it?
Yes.
Okay, to the store or something, or when did you drive it?
To a gas station. I couldn't get it to start again, so I had to call a tow company to bring it back. But I was embarrassed about it because I didn't really have permission to drive it.
So did you drive it while he was still living there?
No, this was after he'd left.
Oh, okay. Were you by yourself during this?
My girlfriend was with me.
Unknowingly, Sarah has just unraveled one of the mysteries behind Ryan's disappearance. Warren, Ryan's father, had been alerted that something was wrong when Ryan's vehicle was found abandoned. Though the license plate was missing, police found some of Ryan's belongings inside the vehicle, along with the keys and a full tank of gas. Warren had taken it upon himself to knock on neighbors' doors to see if they remembered anything useful about the car or Ryan's disappearance. To his surprise, someone did. One of the neighbors said they saw the car get dropped off by a tow truck near the apartments where Ryan was staying with Corey, Sarah, and Jen.
And about a half hour later, the Columbus Police Department came and wrote the ticket up and had the vehicle towed. I'm thinking, why would somebody, it was like they wanted it to get ticketed off.
Sarah claimed that she thought the vehicle had vanished because Ryan had returned and took it. What she doesn't add,
She's also neighbors. That's me.
is that there's an unsettling reason she'd been using Ryan's vehicle that day. Before moving on,
Nosy
detectives
neighbors, that
returned
would
to the
be me
question
though.
of Ryan's behavior before leaving the apartment. Jen reluctantly gives the detectives some background information about the living situation before Ryan left, claiming Ryan was usually in the spare bedroom and was reclusive. Jen believed that Corey regretted asking Ryan to move in with them.
It was kind of weird. I guess how weird? Like, was she just kind of clingy? No, I was so... Okay, I had pretty bad...
This bitch is not one to say weird. She is not one to talk. Literally, what the fuck? Tell me something that's not weirder than, I don't know, than them. Like, they all look weird. She got no right to be judging other people when you yourself look weird. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Way worse. Okay. And how was Adam's behavior there? Excessively shy. Okay.
Jen also explains the reason for some of the tension with Ryan.
Sorry, it's just the anxiety.
Yeah, she was sleeping with your man.
But it was just Corey brought another trans person into the house.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's what they wanted. They had... I shouldn't use gender neutral Corey because that's confusing. Corey had papers written up about, I forget what he calls it, like the trifecta or perfect relationship, but it involved one man, one woman, and a trans woman. And I don't want any part of that.
That is oddly
I'm assuming
specific.
that's why they brought Ben in.
I think Ryan was just kind of the last straw for me.
Tell me more about that. How was he the last straw?
See, this is why I can't do poly.
Probably
Too much
one of
shit.
the biggest arguments that we had to make him that third person. But I obviously didn't agree with that, and the entire time it made me feel like I wasn't good enough.
After Ryan apparently...
And it's always, if you notice, when there's these open couples, it's always one couple that It's always one person that actually wants it, and the other person just looks like they're gonna go along with it no matter what because they like the other person. Like, have you guys noticed that? I've noticed that whenever I see, like, I don't know, a couple that is open, like an open relationship, it almost always looks like there's one that wants to cheat but doesn't really want to cheat. They just want to fool around, you know. Meanwhile, the other person, they still love the person, so they're gonna do whatever it is just to like keep the relationship. There's it's too sticky. Just don't cheat. Just don't cheat. Just be honest.
Apparently moved out of the apartment, Sarah and Corey divorced, and she married Jen soon after. The detectives take a break, and when they return, they will confront Sarah with the awful truth of why they are really there.
Hey, it's more water. Sarah, I don't know if you noticed or not, probably not, but they're talking to Jennifer right now, talking to your mom, and also talking to Corey. And there's major inconsistencies about this with your
Fucking
involvement
liars.
with Ryan.
Liars.
And you know Ryan is now deceased. He's been murdered. So we have Corey is talking to the Columbus police detectives right now. We just got off the phone with them.
The detective isn't being entirely honest here. While officers have managed to track down Corey's new residence, Corey is proving less than enthusiastic about the prospect of speaking with
They
officers.
didn't even cry or anything, dude. If you, okay, I know I'm speaking way too much, but let me just say this. If you get caught in a crime that you didn't commit and you found out somebody that you know and were at least, you know, doing the devil's tango or whatever the fuck, and they were murdered, wouldn't you be like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, she just went, he is? Guilty. Bitch, you look guilty. You look so guilty. I feel like people will have bigger emotions than that, but she just looks guilty. She just went, oh, really? She was way too calm. Facts. Exactly.
I don't have an arrest warrant, nothing like that, Corey, okay? We just want to talk with you because your name was brought up as a witness in a case on a homicide.
Homicide.
A homicide.
I don't recall witnessing a homicide.
Okay.
God, look, another fucking bitch with a weird ass haircut, man. Yesterday it was that bitch that only had hair from the front. Now this bitch only has hair from the, like, from the back, I mean. Now this bitch has a hair from the front. Looks like they just shaved, made a big ass fucking L or like finger in their hair, and then that's it. Oh, why do we keep finding these people with weird ass fucking hair?
We're just wanting to talk, that's it, okay? That's it, I haven't lied to you at all, Corey, okay? It's about Ryan. Ryan lived with you for a while. Emma? He also went by Emma?
Okay.
He was a roommate for a while?
Okay.
Okay, that's what we're here to talk to you about.
Not without counsel.
Okay, do you have an attorney on hand?
Yes.
Okay, do you think they would meet us down there?
Can we make an appointment?
I'd rather get this done today.
I don't really think I have to work any more time.
While the officers speaking with Corey have once again hit a dead end, those with Sarah begin to lay out some of the evidence.
I mean, this is a bad situation. We really need to know what happened. With the car, we have DNA evidence. We're able to track down your car, the one they used to own, the time of this incident. We are able to track down the car now, and we're able to examine it. So we have something happened in that apartment the weekend that you dropped Corey off with that girl in Columbus.
The evidence the detective is referring to are reddish stains discovered on the carpet liner of Sarah's vehicle. Though she'd sold it, they found the new owners in July 2021 and conducted tests inside the trunk. The stains produced presumptive positive results for suspected blood. Earlier, Sarah had claimed that Corey hadn't been home the weekend Ryan moved out because Corey was with another woman. In fact, Sarah had been the one to drive Corey and the woman to a hotel. Investigators spoke with the
How the
woman and
fuck do they
confirmed that
find
Corey
these
was
people?
nowhere near the apartment where Ryan was last seen. While Corey may still prove to be an important witness to the events leading to Ryan's death, Sarah and Jen appear to be the last known people to see Ryan.
So please just tell me the truth, what happened. Corey's given a whole nother version of what you just said. Please, just please tell me the truth.
I'm not talking about
Well,
this.
we have a young...
Was it an accident?
Yeah,
I don't know what was an accident.
with Ryan.
I didn't even know that he was dead.
Sarah, come on. Sarah, please.
Well,
Well, you can talk to us. I just want
Okay.
the truth.
The other officers also confront Jen with the news of Ryan's death.
See, mommy.
We're trying to find out, and we were somewhat successful in that.
Wait, what?
Nasty ass counter. Look at that. They're nasty. What the fuck is all this? Clean your shit up. What is this? Random ass bottle of syrup? What is this? Like oil? Syrup, bread. They got the toilet paper right next to the syrup. I know they're nasty. I know they have cockroaches. Oh my god. And then what? Oh, random ass corn dog with some ramen right next to it. What the fuck, bro? Ew. 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 She drove them to the hotel is crazy. I don't know how all these fucking people are finding people to, like, you know, to sleep with. I think that's crazy. But, you know, whatever. People be down bad.
What needs?
That's what we need you to fill in the gaps because.
Look at that. Oh my god. I told you these bitches be nasty.
What happened to Emma happened in the apartment where you guys stayed at, and we recovered evidence from the apartment. We recovered evidence from Sarah's car.
Ooh, that's the dry blood, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dry blood.
Blood from the apartment by the bathtub, where in part of Emma's body was
Even though they'd all moved out by early 2016, investigators were able to access the apartment where Sarah, Jen, Corey, and Ryan had once lived. In July 2021, and a month before they spoke with Jen and Sarah, authorities visited the apartment and asked the current residents to leave while they conducted tests throughout the building. Under close examination, several areas in the bathroom reacted to a chemical reagent indicating latent blood residue, including the bathroom floor and the cabinet.
No way. No.
They used the bathroom? They used the bathroom tub?
No, there's no way.
Tell me why. The Google searches, the deep dives that we did, the stuff that she was into at least, right? Painting with blood, like into drinking the blood. And then the searches that she did on her Android phone.
I don't know about any of the blood stuff.
While this comment about painting with blood will be explained eventually, investigators won't have the chance to ask
drinking
Sarah
blood?
about just
You can what the fuck is it? You can get like HIV, right? Or what is it? STD, some type of shit. You can what the fuck? These bitches are weird. You know what? Like I said, they look like the type to be into that weird shit. They just look weird.
yet, because she immediately throws a wrench into their plans.
Sarah Lloyd Griffin talked to. That was my parents, right?
Well, that's your decision. We don't advise on that. But all we're asking is for the truth.
I don't know what to say.
The truth, maybe?
The truth.
And you're telling me that.
I don't know what to say. The truth, maybe? I like him. I don't know what to say. Oh, the truth? Did you cook him in your tub or not, bitch?
It's the truth. This is going to be your only time to talk to me and Maggie. After this, we're not allowed to help. So.
When it happens to me, I should lose.
You're gonna be booked into the local county jail here. I mean, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have physical evidence. That's why I was giving you an opportunity. Okay. All right, Sarah. Thank you.
Once again, the detectives leave Sarah alone. In contrast, those speaking with Jen lay on the pressure.
Oh, what the fuck? Ew. Ew. Bitch. Oh my god. Ew. Look at all that gunk and shit. And they cooked him. They cooked him in this bathroom. They cooked him in that tub. How much do you want to bet they put the seasonings and everything in this fucking drawer? That they probably use this shit to like cook him, to help cook him with. Oh my god, that is so nasty. Ew, fuck. I told you, bitch. They got cockroaches up in there. They got cockroaches, rats. They have. The bathroom must smell crazy, right? Oh my god. I know that bathroom stinks. I mean, I knew they were not clean people just from looking at them. They look like they would smell like armpit. The table confirmed it. And now this shit, ugh.
I know this feels like a nightmare now, so we
lock him in jail for life. For life.
This isn't a nightmare. Emma's dead?
Corey's dead? No.
No, Emma's dead.
Did Corey have your eyes get rid of his issue? He ain't like Emma coming up. Emma's not what he expected. The selfies didn't show what Corey had wanted. Comes up, Emma's completely shy, reclusive, nothing what Corey expected. Corey went away for the weekend for you and Sarah to get rid of his problem. Corey and Sarah were fighting a lot over it. Let's just get rid of the problem. So what happened?
It isn't long before the detectives decide to once again try speaking with Sarah. And this time, they will hear a stomach-churning confession.
So, Megan here has something she wants to show you.
And read it over, and we'll get your thoughts on that. This is from your Google account.
Wait, what the fuck does that say? How to start a Ford Focus. Hotel reservation. What the fuck? What is this?
Okay, these are your searches on your Google account that you said you don't have access to. So flip through these pages and take a gander at that.
After seeing the evidence within her own search history, showing that she looked up how to start Ryan's car after it broke down, Sarah begins to unravel.
Well, we'll talk to your family, okay? And you'll get to talk to your family, okay? We can work through this. One thing at a time. This is the first step. Okay, look at me. I'm scared. I understand you're scared. Okay?
That lady detective better not get close to her. She gonna bite you.
You're an honest person. Okay, I don't think you're an honest person.
Fucking ate Corey.
Sarah, let us help you.
Keep your hands away from her. An accident.
Every day. So what happened?
Oh, so yeah. So what happened was he just fell into my bathtub. I decided to cut him up into pieces. You know, like that scene from Curious Dog, or what is it called? George the Curious Dog, or whatever the fuck. And just cut up. I just happened to cut up some potatoes, some onions, some carrots, turned on the hot water, and, you know, just started cooking him. Like caldo de res, you know? Type shit.
I was angry. Okay, I get angry too. And I knocked him down when he came out of the bathroom. And then he choked him. And then I didn't want to do. Sister, we're scared. I realized I ruined my life.
While the detectives speaking with Sarah have finally made some headway, those with Jen are hitting roadblock after roadblock.
I'll be honest with you. I think it's been eating me up. Is it eating Sarah up? I mean, people can have different...
Didn't want to go let the meat go to waste. Oh my God. I mean, in this economy, they were trifling, right? They were trying to save every single little penny.
To this extent, you know, it would eat somebody up, literally. I mean, you would be not sleeping well, not functioning well. You know, it's a lot, right?
Damn, their room is so fucking messy. Jesus Christ. They don't clean for shit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Ew, what the fuck is this? You can't see it. But oh my God, there's some shit in the corner. Oh, ew. Ew.
No, I wasn't aware.
It's like some brown shit in the carpet here. You can't see it though because my head is covering it. You're welcome. Oh, fucking carpet disgusting. Looks like it would smell like fart.
No, if you want to go back to that, no. But even no. But no, things have been fine. There was
That room is crazy, crazy nasty.
weighing on us.
While Jen continues denying any knowledge, Sarah is telling a very different story.
They never
Out, where the words exchanged, and passed out. Okay. Took a minute, didn't let go. Mm-hmm. And then it was too late. It started to move. I started turning white. I couldn't go down.
Though this is the first time Sarah has shared what happened to Ryan, this is only one version of the story, and with each retelling, the details only grow more and more unsettling. Sarah claims that Jen heard the commotion from downstairs and came up to see what had happened.
Get rid of it. Mm-hmm. So what happened? And we cut it up. We being you and Jen? Was this when Corey was away with at the hotel? Okay. So where did you cut him up at? Bathtub? What did you use? Some kind of salt. Where did that come from? I found it in the shed. So you each have your own shed there. Okay. Who did the cutting? Mostly me.
Jen, on the other hand, refuses to make any concessions.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Here's the thing. You're going to remember these things.
Yeah, I would probably remember if it was murder and a saw.
And where did you cut him? And again, this is all stuff I already know. I just need to hear it straight from you. Joints? Can you point to the, I guess what you mean by joints? The elbows?
I'm streaming. I dropped my soda.
And then here? And then okay. Does Jen help cut him up? No, not really. She wasn't feeling well. She got kind of sick. Okay, so I took over most of it. But did she help a little bit at the beginning? Okay. We were both a little scared.
One of the officers in Jen's interview steps out of the room to take a call, and when they return, they have news that will flip Jen's denials upside down.
Got an update. Sarah just admitted everything, and you helped discover the body. She admitted all of it.
Okay.
So fill us in with what's going on, right? With the car, you're going to remember everything. So at this point, Sarah, spill the beans on the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay.
Why the fuck did he make that analogy? She's spilling the beans. Right over the what the fuck?
Spill the beans on
the whole kit and caboodle. Sir, what the fuck? Why? Did they tell him that he got cooked? So he's like, yeah, spill the beans, bitch. Making more food analogies. Oh my God, what the fuck?
kit and caboodle.
Okay.
Okay,
This is
caboodle.
what we told you before, we knew where we were at. So this amnesia that you have isn't going to work because now you're implicated in this as well.
Have amnesia.
Then fill it in. Fill it in.
I didn't do that.
I just got the phone call from the analyst that's listening in on the interview, and she's coming clean, right? They're watching it live.
Okay.
She's coming clean, and you help dismember the body with her. Yeah.
Sarah's not going to be able to do this by herself.
And if she said that, then she's lying.
She said before, Sarah don't lie. She's not lying.
I didn't say she was.
So who's lying here? It's not Sarah.
It is definitely Sarah. If she said that, oh. Yeah, I would remember that.
Just the point because you're being implicated now. So now it's a lie.
No.
We just want to get Emma's family.
No.
Where did
No.
you guys go then with the body? All right, let's get to this part here. Where did you go with the body after it's dismembered? And don't say you don't know. Because
I don't want to say I don't know for that because we didn't do that.
Luckily for investigators, Sarah is giving them all the answers. This,
Damn.
however, is only her first confession, and she will eventually share another that changes everything.
So, getting cut up, then what happens? We have to figure out where to put everything. So where did you say you put his belongings? Where did those go? I guess it's always in his, just in one of the bags. Okay, and what did those, we put those in a bin. Like a dumpster? No, like a Tupperware bin. Oh, okay.
Tupperware?
And where did that go? In the back of his car. Okay. We were going to drive the car somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And leave it. But the car wouldn't start.
This is the real story about the tow truck. According to Sarah, she and Jen planned to dispose of Ryan's dismembered body parts, which they loaded into the back of Ryan's own car. While their plan had been to abandon the car in a deserted location in Illinois before taking a Greyhound bus back, Ryan's car refused to start after they stopped at a gas station. This incident has a horrific new implication. Ryan's remains were still in the back of the car when the vehicle was towed, and Sarah and Jen then had to move the Tupperware bin full of his dismembered body parts in broad daylight into...
When your siblings can't lie to your parents and they already snitched, it's not even that. I'm just like, what the fuck? Because they said that they couldn't find his lower parts, bitch. So, like, they used his lower parts to cook. They ate the fucking lower parts. I don't know. If I'm gonna eat anything, I might eat, like, I don't know, like, the liver or some shit, you know? Like, I wouldn't eat no lower part. You know? Like, you wouldn't want to try maybe a human brain? I mean, you're already fucking eating the bitch. You don't want to try something else? Like, maybe a human heart? Just take, like, a little bite? Because they already are cooking him. They're already cooking his shit. The lower parts, though? I don't know. I never looked at a leg and wanted to bite it or something, you know? Like, they really did make caldo de res. Holy shit, that's kind of wild. And then they put the rest. They're like, nah, we don't want to eat the, like, his upper part, and they just put it in the fucking back of the truck. That's crazy. That's disgusting.
Sarah's car. They left Ryan's vehicle in the street, where the police eventually towed it away.
We started driving and trying to get rid of little things at a time. On the road, or is there special spots? And up dumpsters.
Ooh, ugh.
So did you dispose of, like, his limbs in different spots? Okay. Do you know where those spots are? We just stopped wherever something looked okay. Like it seemed like secluded or something like that. Like couple gas stations. Mostly just public dumpsters. I really don't know.
While Sarah doesn't clarify, they only disposed of Ryan's torso and belongings. The rest of his limbs and head had a different, even more alarming destination.
Here's the thing, you've been holding back this whole time with all this stuff because I don't think you thought Sarah was going to be honest about it, but she is.
Okay.
So let's do the right thing. And you wanted to do the right thing, right? So tell us about that, please. About the dismembering it and then where you went from there.
Remember anybody?
You did.
No, I did not. That's fucking insane.
It's not insane.
That's
It
insane.
happens all the time. I mean, you may not want to admit to doing it.
I don't fucking know about that. I do not be eating people. What fucking happens all the time? I don't think I remember the last time I've eaten a human.
Stuff happens all the time.
So where was Corey during this? No idea. No idea. Still at the hotel places? Okay. Any communication with him?
Yeah, they took him leftovers.
Okay.
Why did you shut off your phone?
Yes. Did he know something had happened? I don't think so. I told him Ryan just left. And he didn't ask any questions.
Despite several attempts to get Corey to speak with police, Corey steadfastly refused.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. So you don't know Ryan?
I don't.
You don't know Ryan? He didn't live with you at all?
I'm not going to talk to you without
Okay.
an attorney present.
We're talking with Sarah and Jen. Yeah, everybody involved that weekend, we're talking to you right now. Except you right now, because right now you kind of look like the bad guy. You don't want to talk to us. Everybody else wants to talk to us. That doesn't look good.
He's definitely looking crazy as shit with that haircut, bro.
I would say that.
Okay.
Corey refuses to speak any further and ultimately never comes in to discuss Ryan's case with officers. Without Corey's help, detectives will have to put more pressure on the people who are talking to them. Sarah and Jen. One thing still isn't clear: a motive.
Why were you so angry at him? What happened that you came up behind him and started choking him? Tell me a little bit about that.
I told you the arguments Corey and I had. And I couldn't make him see reason.
The officers talking to Jen also try to understand a motive.
You would do whatever you could to make Sarah happy. So let's get rid of Ed, because that would make Sarah happy, right? To get her out of that household.
Sure, but they agreed to leave.
But she wasn't. Not willingly. Not fast enough.
She agreed to leave.
Without meaning to, Jen points out a glaring issue with Sarah's current confession. If Ryan had agreed to leave, why didn't she simply let that happen? This exact question will be central to the story Sarah tells later.
Did Jen know that this was going to happen? No. But she was there for me. Sure, she's your support, you said that. That's what people do, really. I'm worried about what's going to happen to her. I can understand that.
We understand, and we appreciate you talking to us openly.
The detectives have no reason to assume that Sarah means anything more than simply worrying about Jen. But her concern hints at a disastrous turn of events soon to come.
So what happened? You got him? Something happened to Emma and you put him in the tub and you guys did your thing. Fill us in on that, please.
That didn't happen.
She's filling in the gaps where you are not filling the gaps, so we know that you know what happened, right? Because it's written all over you. I mean, as soon as you get to a hot point, you minimize and you kind of look down. It's like a kid with a parent. I don't want to look and acknowledge that I'm lying to you.
Surprise, I have anxiety.
So, dismembering, right?
What the fuck? Oh, I have anxiety. Bitch, what? I can't. Jail time. Jail time. That should not have been funny. What the fuck? Oh, I have anxiety. Bitch, oh my god. If I was a cop, I'd be like, get out of my fucking face, bitch. Get out. Oh my god.
So, what happened from there?
Not right.
So Sarah started. Was Sarah dismembering at this point in time?
No.
You were just holding on to him, so you're keeping a lookout?
No.
What are you doing?
No.
She's not cutting this body up herself.
That's probably because she cut up the body.
She just admitted to.
No, she shouldn't.
She did.
She did.
The detectives attempt a different approach to get Jen to talk.
it's more beneficial to go, this is where it is. And it shows that you're wanting to make things right, you want to get things better, and you're showing remorse. Because the judge,
I'm
back in our
showing
county,
remorse because I don't know how to process this. And I'm not showing remorse. There's no remorse to be had.
so getting rid of, disposing of a body, you shouldn't show remorse for that?
Of course you should. Yeah.
You're still in shock that Sarah has come clean with everything, right?
There's no way she did this.
And your world's crashing down, and we're just trying to help you figure a way to make it a little softer in the crash.
Even though Jen refuses to believe Sarah admitted to the death and dismemberment of Ryan, Sarah's own interview is already wrapping up.
I just don't know what to do because I thought I had my whole life ahead of me.
You just killed someone. You fucked up somebody else's life, dude. You literally ended a life and you're now worried, oh, I have my whole life ahead of me. Well, you literally stopped someone else's. God, I fucking I hate when bitches say that. It's like they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about anybody else but themselves. Oh shit.
It's over. Don't push this short. I just turned 30. I feel like that's one step at a time. Okay? One foot in front of the other at a time.
Continuing to show an unsettling lack of concern for Ryan, Sarah then makes an inquiry.
Is there any kind of bail, or am I going to have to stay there the whole time? There's not bail right now, but that's not to say that there won't be bail in the future. Okay? Just not right at the present time.
Sarah is informed that the charges against her include tampering with evidence, grand theft of a motor vehicle, abuse of a corpse, and gross abuse of a corpse.
Okay, I appreciate you being honest with us. That's the kind of person.
Cannibalism.
Thank you, Sarah.
I hope it doesn't. We'll give you a few moments, okay?
One of the officers who had been interviewing
I will be
Sarah
shocked
heads
as
over to
fuck if
Sarah's
it isn't
mom's
like,
house in order
I
to
don't
take
know.
a crack at Jen and see if he can break through the unrelenting denials.
Life
This
in
is where
jail.
everything goes horribly wrong.
Where are they?
Though the
She
video
tries to eat
footage
him.
is redacted, Jen is introduced to the detective who spoke with Sarah and is then read the Miranda rights.
Am I being arrested?
She tried to eat him.
But you're not saying yes or no.
Well, because it all depends on you. So we're going based on physical evidence and now what Sarah told us. That's my job. I'm doing my job, they're doing their job.
Sorry, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, go ahead.
They said that she said she was involved.
Absolutely. 100%. And this interview is being recorded. And I cannot lie about that.
I trust you.
She absolutely said she was involved, and she gave details, and you were involved in those details. I mean, I'm not making it up.
I don't know how I was involved.
Well, she told us how you were involved, but I don't want to go into those details because if you tell me and something's different, I have to go back and talk to her and try to iron out the inconsistencies.
Hearing that the detective isn't lying about Sarah's confession seems to be a turning point for Jen, but not in the way they hope.
I don't remember any of that. I don't know why Sarah would say that.
You're just surprised Sarah said that.
Of course I am.
Right, because she got away with this whole plan until today.
After hours of conversation, the new detective points out something that the others have failed to notice. While speaking with the
What the
officers,
fuck?
a purse has remained on Jen's lap.
What's in your purse?
Oh shit, what if it's...
After Jen explains, they quickly move on and continue questioning. This time about the evidence they've uncovered, a choice that will likely haunt the detectives.
No
for the rest of
fucking
their
way.
careers.
Don't tell me she was carrying his little membrane. Don't tell me she was carrying his fucking little buddy in the purse. Bitch, what the fuck? What the fuck? No! Don't tell me it's that. Don't tell me it's that. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ew, cochina. That's crazy. That would be crazy. I just like to hold it because it reminds me of him. Still smells like him too. Ah! Okay, I'll
and
stop.
we found large quantities of blood in the trunk from Emma. That's a clue. We call in police work. You know, I'm not trying to be facetious, but that's called a clue. You know, so I mean, when we put two and two together, and then we talk to Sarah, and it all kind of matches up. You know what I mean? It all matches up.
What's gonna happen to her?
Well, I don't know. It all depends on what you tell me.
To my knowledge, she didn't do anything.
What's in the fucking purse, bitch?
Right
What's
now,
in the fucking purse?
because of what she's telling us and the physical evidence and the social media search warrants that we did.
There's a very good reason Jen isn't worried, and once again, the purse comes up.
You don't have any like weapons in there, do you? What are you playing with in your purse? So, Jen, like we talked about, you asked if you were under arrest. You are going to be placed into custody. I want to, before this gentleman, he's a detective with the City of Marion Police Department. You're going to be booked into their...
Oh, what the fuck? This all happened so fast as shit. Did she try running for it? What the fuck?
I need a manual shot fired. Hold her hand in there.
Oh, this bitch had a Glock in her purse? She was packing? Oh, shit.
Just as officers began their arrest, Jen pulled a small handgun out of the purse and fired. Jen was pronounced dead at the scene from a single bullet wound to the back of the head. While this is happening back at the police station, Sarah is led away in handcuffs. Unbeknownst to her, Jen has just died.
Just stand up, turn around, put your handcuffs, okay?
Am I able to use the restroom again
When we get over to the jail, I'll let you use yours more than okay.
Months after her arrest and Jen's death, Sarah is brought in to share an entirely new version of Ryan's death.
We didn't want to be drinking our coffee in front of you, so we got one. Feel free to have more staff if you like. If you don't like coffee, then we'll have coffee for some. It's a specialty. It's a synagogue, so it's something good.
After a few more pleasantries, the investigators clarify with Sarah that her lawyers agreed she can speak with them, and they read her Miranda rights. They immediately begin by discussing Sarah's new confession. In this discussion, she refers to Jen by the name Naira.
On the morning of the 26th, Naira started voicing some plan about killing him, and I did not take her seriously because she would make comments like that sometimes. I still didn't take her seriously, but I was starting to get worried because of how intricate it was getting. And then when she started gathering tools like trash bags, bleach, the handsaw from the shed, I realized she was serious. So I tried to talk her out of it, calmly at first, and then I started getting a little hysterical. And she told me that if I didn't help, that she was going to do it anyway. And usually at this point, the attorneys ask me, well, why did you do it? Why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you kick her out? And it was because I loved her. I was so scared and horrified, but there was I didn't stop. I didn't stop her. I didn't.
What was the problem then?
She had a rag that she dipped in bleach, and she had a bottle of vinegar next to her to add to it when the time came, because I guess they had some kind of chemical reaction, released some kind of poisonous gas. I don't really know, but she did the research for it.
Though Sarah has significantly shifted the roles that she and Jen play in the planning and execution of Ryan's death, she still tells detectives that she jumped on him when he came out of the bathroom before Jen then held the rag over Ryan's mouth. The changes in her story only become more apparent as the details grow even more brutal.
when he started making these gargled, gasping noises, Naira let me get out from under him, and I curled up in the office and cried. So I stayed in the office for a while until she did get him in the bathtub, and she did put a trash bag over his head and severed it, and then put that into the freezer so that she could deal with it later.
Since her arrest, investigators have discovered chilling evidence about the fate of Ryan's decapitated head, something they'll bring up shortly. In this retelling, rather than Jen being the one to dispose of Ryan's clothing, it was Sarah who took on this job. However, this doesn't mean she didn't help with the dismemberment.
She started to get intestinal cramps, so she went to lie down and said I had to take over. So I put the hands in one bag, or no, the hands and the feet she told me to put in a bag, and then she also put it in the freezer for later because she said those
They
would
were
be
saving
too
scraps. Bitch, what the fuck? They were saving scraps. They were saving pieces. What the fuck? Oh my god. So this, we're going to use it for lunch. This is gonna be our breakfast. Ooh, we gonna save so much money on meat. Ooh. We don't have to spend that much money on groceries no more. We saving so much money on meat.
Identifying factors, and she'd have to deal with them separately.
Imagine they put some of his members and type shit on in like a little bag, filled it with some sauce, and they just pre-marinated. That's giving them too much credit. You know what? I take that back. Looking at how they fucking eat and everything, looking at how they fucking live, they did not pre-season that shit. Who am I kidding?
So I removed the forearms and the calves at the joints. It was slow, exhausting work, and I did not work fast enough. Her original idea was to cut up everything into as small, manageable pieces as possible, and then dispose of them that way, but we didn't have enough time to do that, so we just had the head, hands and feet, the forearms went in one bag, the calves went in another bag, and we just had to deal with the torso.
After this, the story remained the same. They loaded Ryan's dismembered body into a Tupperware container and attempted to use Ryan's vehicle until they eventually had to call a tow truck. The difference this time, apparently Jen was the one telling Sarah where to go as they drove towards Illinois, stopping randomly to dispose of Ryan's remains, including the area where Ryan's torso was eventually discovered in Mercer County, 2 hours from Columbus. The fate of Ryan's head was an entirely different story. Investigators eventually searched the garage at Sarah's mom's house, where they found several boxes filled with what appeared to be human remains. This included a pot filled with a thick substance hidden within layers of plastic garbage bags. After the pot was empty, investigators recovered a human skull.
Oh,
In
what
this
the
version of her
fuck?
story, Sarah claims it was Jen who disposed of the remaining
Ew, bitch, look at that shit. Oh my god, they just added pepper and salt. Hell yeah, look at that shit. That shit looks nasty. What the fuck is this, dude? What the fuck is this? I would not even touch that shit. You got me some fucked up. Oh, that looks like it would smell. And they kept it in a garbage pan in the fucking garage. Oh, ew, bitch, ew. At least refrigerator. I don't know. I would not keep that shit in my garage. Like, that is disgusting. That's crazy. Ugh. Oh, you nasty for that. You nasty. Like, just imagine raw meat sitting outside. Like have you ever had to like defrost meat, right? And if you let it sit for a little bit, it starts to kind of get a smell sometimes. They left that shit in their garage for days, bitch. Disgusting shit.
this version of her story, Sarah claims it was Jen who disposed
It
of the
looks,
remaining limbs.
I don't know.
Also because she didn't know the best way to dispose of it yet. So we had to carry, or so she put it in the soup in, put that in a bag, or several bags, put the pieces of the
They
hand
ate
feet
the
also in
head.
the bag, and then kept bagging it up, and we put it in the shed for the time being. And every time we moved, it would have to come with us. So that was a weight that I had to drag with me everywhere I went. For a long time, we would check the news constantly. That's when we found out that the torso was discovered. But as time went on and we didn't see any new news, we started
Oh, that's
planning
crazy.
for a future instead. And we made a pact that should something go wrong or we get discovered, that she was going to shoot me first, and
Oh,
she
shit.
would rather die than.
So that's why she was carrying the fucking Glock on her? She was fucking prepared the entire time? That's crazy. Oh my god. I don't know. I've been thinking,
Spend her life in prison. The arrest came, and when I said goodbye to her, I could see it in her face that she knew.
This confession sheds an entirely new light on the footage of Jen and Sarah saying goodbye when she was arrested.
You want to tell your wife bye or anything?
You had mentioned the bleaching vinegar and on the ring. Okay. And then mentioned something different was put into the pot.
They used
lime mixture.
Okay.
bleach, vinegar, and lime.
Or did she go out and purchase
That she did purchase. The head in the freezer didn't draw any attention because she had packed the vegetables and stuff in front of it, so it didn't look like it was anything.
This is a horrifying detail. While Corey was still living in the
Oh,
house,
what the
Ryan's
fuck?
decapitated head was in the home, hidden just out of sight behind some frozen vegetables. The detectives take a quick break before returning to clarify a few
I mean,
more
to be
details.
fair, look at this fucking house. You just know they have multiple fucking pots and ugly ass shit in the fucking freezer, you know? Like they look like the type to use, like, I don't know, to save all different types of fucking crazy ass shit in there. Probably have, like, I don't know, a leftover meatloaf from like 2 weeks ago still up in there. Cause look at that. What is that? What is that? What is this? What is this? You can't tell me these people were hygienic. They look like they got roaches and shit all over. So I wouldn't be surprised that he was just like, that fucking pasta from the other day, kind of looking a little green, and just left it there, you know? Like, ain't nobody tried cleaning. Ain't nobody tried checking shit.
The detectives take a quick break before returning to clarify a few more details, including the comment investigators initially made to Jen during her interview about Sarah painting with blood.
So art for me is
Oh, yeah.
a coping mechanism. And I know that Randy and Eric had mentioned that there were two pieces in particular that gave people red flags. One was a painting of a sheep with that was done with blood, or some of it. That piece I had done prior to ever knowing about Ryan. That was a coping mechanism for everything that I've been through with Corey.
Sarah posted this drawing to her illustration Facebook page in June 2015, titling it Sacrificial Lamb.
That's a
Though
crazy
she created it
foreshadowing.
a few months before meeting Ryan, it eerily depicted the lamb dismembered and decapitated.
The other one was a mermaid.
That is a crazy
holding
foreshadowing.
a human head, and I know that people thought, or at least I heard, that this was like showing, like, look what I did.
What Sarah doesn't mention is that she titled this drawing, Till Death Do Us Part.
But that was also a coping mechanism.
That looks like a trophy.
Drag
Trophy
that
drawing.
around with me everywhere we moved.
During the interview, Sarah also doodled a quick drawing of the saw they used to dismember Ryan.
Oh.
The elusive motive still needs to be clarified, and so detectives ask the haunting question of why Sarah and Jen didn't simply let Ryan leave the apartment as planned.
The thing she said was along the lines of, someone like that doesn't deserve to be out in the world to ruin someone else's life. So I think in some perverse way it was her idea that I don't want to go so far as to say she was dealing out justice, but she just felt very strongly that he didn't deserve to be out there. She said that if you want to transition, your goal is to just fit in, and that's what she tried to do. She didn't point out anything. She tried to be as feminine as possible because that's what she wanted to be, was a woman. And so with people like Ryan, who say that they're transitioning but are not really making the effort, really bothered her. She more commonly said things like, he's a disgusting human being, or the world would be better off without him. So
that's fucking crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. So she was just hating on the fact that people aren't transitioning as fast? Like, what the fuck? That's wild. That is wild.
That's why the fact that Ryan wanted to, but still looked and acted male, just really got under her skin.
With this allegation in mind, investigators question why Sarah confessed to the crime initially.
You said you were trying to protect Jen. I guess, why try to protect her at that point in time?
Yeah, that's what I thought about in hindsight. It would have devastated me to have to throw her under the bus and say that she was the one who did it.
Bitch.
I guess there was a small part of me that thought if I took the fall for her, she would be okay. But
what the fuck?
Thinking back now, I should have known with the look on her face that there was no point trying to protect her. She was going to do it anyway, with me or without me.
As the interview wraps up, Sarah clarifies why she wanted to speak with the investigators again.
I don't know if the prosecution knows how much detail.
She was trying to get a lighter sentence.
So I'm basically just hoping that at the sentencing, essentially the same thing that I told both of you, just condensed a little bit, we'll be able to go on the record so that my side of the story and what actually happened will be out.
In the end, Sarah's new version of Ryan's death did little to change her fate. In January 2022, Sarah Buzzard pled guilty and appeared in Mercer County Common Pleas Court for sentencing. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. Warren.
What the fuck? The possibility of parole after 30 fucking years? So you can be a cannibal and eat a human? Nah, bitch. Lock her ass up forever. She needs to be life in jail forever. No chance of parole. What the fuck? So when she's 30, by the time she finishes her sentence with a chance of parole after 30 years, she could be 60. She could be 60. You know damn well she could continue fucking eating people. You know damn well she can continue doing this type of shit. Fuck no. Keep her ass out. Lock her ass up.
Ryan's father had the last word.
I just know now that, no one can hurt him anymore. No one can hurt him now.
Oh man, that's sad as shit. That's crazy. Holy fuck. That is some crazy shit. I can't. That's wild. Lock her ass up forever. Nope, she can stay in there. Right. You are a danger to society, lady. Just how stupid you fucking are. Just, oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, W video, I liked this video. This video was really good. Very insightful. Very good. She'll probably be shanked if other inmates find out. We can only hope. We can only hope. Or other inmates can fucking, eat her, like, I don't fucking know. I can fix her. You are wild for that, buddy. She needs to register with Cannibals R Us. That's a thing? That's a thing? Is that real? Cannibals R Us. I mean, cooking didn't look any good. She definitely needs all the help she can get. That shit looked crazy. And I love how Corey didn't even, like, he didn't even question it. He's just like, yep, that looks like something they would make when he saw the crazy ass, like, pot filled in the freezer. Just like, yeah, that looks like something they would make. Oh, man. W video, it was really good. They need to be locked up in jail forever. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, chilling with me, watching this video with me. That's all for today, just because I have to do some cleaning, and my mom just got out the shower, so I'm gonna have to help her. You already know my old lady can't be doing shit. Anyway, thank y'all. I hope you guys had fun. Stay safe. Stay away from weird ass fucking people like that. Bye, bye, bye.